Okay, so when you think about powerful AI agents, what usually comes to mind? Right, subscription fees, a bunch of restrictions, but what if I told you there's a free alternative that puts you in complete control? Well, today, we're going to dive into exactly that. It's called OWL, and it's an AI framework that's really shaking things up.
So why should you care? Well, if you've ever played around with a typical AI assistant, you already know the deal, right? You're paying monthly fees, you're hitting usage limits, and you have no idea what's happening inside that black box. The logic is completely closed off. OWL just throws all of that out the window. It's built from the ground up to give you real actual control and to get rid of all those frustrating limitations.
Now look, this isn't just about freedom and control. It's about some serious firepower. We're talking about a fully autonomous framework here. It can dig through the internet for research, it can write actual working code, and this is the really cool part, it can collaborate. So how on earth does it manage to do all that?
All right, this is where things get super interesting. See, OWL doesn't operate like a single do-it-all AI. Nope. It uses something called a multi-agent system. So stop thinking of it as a lone assistant and start thinking of it more like having your own personal AI team that you can assemble whenever you need it.
So here's the big idea. You give OWL a really complex problem, right? Instead of just one AI trying to figure it all out, OWL actually creates a bunch of specialized agents. It's like, poof! Now you have a researcher agent, a coder agent, maybe a planner agent. Each one is an expert in its own little area, and they're all designed to tackle the problem together.
Okay, so what does this actually look like in practice? Well, it all starts with you. You define a big, complex goal. From there, OWL instantly spins up the perfect team for that specific job, creating those specialized agents we just talked about. Then they actually start collaborating, talking to each other, refining ideas, and hashing out a plan. And once they're all on the same page, this little AI team just works together, perfectly in sync to get the job done.
And you know, this one quote really just nails it. It says they talk to each other, refine ideas, and execute like a small AI team. And that's the key right there. These aren't just isolated programs running side by side, no way. They are genuinely communicating and working together. That collaborative spirit is exactly what makes OLL so incredibly powerful. So, having this powerful AI team is amazing. But honestly, that's only half the story. The other piece of the puzzle, and it's a huge one, is that OWL is open source. And that's all about why having full, unrestricted access to the code is such a massive deal.
Yeah, I know. Open source is a term that gets thrown around all the time. But let's actually break it down for a second. What does it really mean for you when you're using something like OWL? Because let me tell you, it's about way more than just being free.
Okay, being open source gives you three major superpowers. First up, you can actually inspect the logic. The black box is gone. You can literally open it up and see exactly how the AI is thinking and making decisions. Second, you can customize the workflows. And this is huge. Don't like how the researcher agent does its job? Fine, change it. Need a completely new type of agent, like a market analyst or something? You can build it from scratch. And third, and this is maybe the most important for a lot of people, you can run the whole thing locally, on your own computer. That means your data stays your data. Total privacy, total control.
So, when you put it all together, you combine this incredible collaborative AI team with the total freedom that open source gives you, what you get is the ultimate value proposition, right? You got all of this incredible power, but without the price tag and without the restrictions.
And make no mistake, this is not just some fun little toy to play around with. OWL is built for serious, heavy-duty work. We're talking about complex research projects, building out sophisticated business automations, or even hardcore software development. For those kinds of tasks, having a customizable, multi-agent system like this, well, it's a complete game changer.
Honestly, this quote pretty much sums up the entire promise here. It says OWL provides Manus-level capabilities without the subscription and restrictions. Now, for those who don't know, Manus is a serious, professional-grade AI agent platform that costs a pretty penny. So to say that OWL gives you that same level of power for free and with no strings attached, that's a really, really bold claim. It's about taking that pro-level power and putting it in everyone's hands.
And all of this kind of leaves us with one big final question to chew on. We're seeing this incredible combination of collaborative AI agents and the total freedom of open source. So I have to wonder, are these kinds of AI teams going to become the new normal? The new standard for how we handle really complex automation? It's definitely something to think about. Hey, thanks for watching.